Official intro. All right, guys, what's going on? We are here with a very random 6 a.m. live stream. We're watching some, we got 100, 200 PLO running right now between friend of the podcast, guest of the podcast, one of our favorite people, Donnie Stern, aka Supernova 9, aka Ansky, versus Kumakan, who is one of the best players in the history of Heads Up PLO. So they've been battling a lot lately. I'm not sure who's been winning, who's been losing at these games, but yeah, we'll watch a little bit of this. We also got a 100, 200 game here down in the bottom right-hand corner. We got Jungle Man, aka Wookiees, Lot Nice, Phil Ivey, aka Hollywood Haxton, MOP, and Ronnie R. I'm not sure who that game's running around, but Ronnie R is limping the cutoff, so could be him. I'm not sure. And bottom left, we got a heads-up match between Faith Number One Virtue, he like randomly shows up from time to time in the heads up games. I remember before back in day, he always used to randomly show up at 10:20 and then just destroy you. And by destroy you, I mean I would get destroyed by him playing starting tables with him. And I think it's a multi, but I can't remember who it is. And I think I know who it is, but I can't remember who. So I think yeah, whatever. And then Hollywood Haxton down here in bottom left. So, all right, so that's our setup, and let's see what happens here. Top left, we have the 102, and they're deep tables, but looks like Kumakan's got an 80k stack, and he's got a 60k stack in the top right. Looks like he is ahead. Top left, looks like a 3-bet pot. Kumakan C-bet, King 10-3. Flush gets there on the turn. Straights do miss, though. Let's see what happens. What's going on, everybody in the chat? What's up, man? It's been an interesting night. Been having fun. Been working behind the scenes on a bunch of different things right now. So, Ansky checks back, turns a 4. Let's see who we got in the chat. Riverbang says, instead of bottom left table, can you stream Jungle versus Walhasha deep anti heads up table? Not PLO, but it's a better sweat than nothing. No, we will not be streaming any Nolan Hold'em in this thing right here. So, unfortunately. Top left, Kumakan checks turn and then pots river. Interesting strategy. He's also potting the top right-hand table too, so he could be doing some sort of pot-sized one table bluffing, one table has it, and he gets folds in both tables. What's up, Move Skills Poppy? Give him the fucking blade. What's up, man? What's going on? Wild Z, what up? Lee Jam Poppy, what's up, bro? And Genesis, has been a long since I've tuned in. I was updating iTunes, guys. If you guys watching the podcast on iTunes, they're all updated. They're all up there. You can go check them out. My link is on my Twitter, and it's on it'll be on YouTube description, and it'll be also on the Facebook group. Let's see. So we're going to try to pick up some action. I haven't been watching too many of these matches, so not exactly sure what the dynamic is between Ansky and Kumakan. They've been playing a lot. I know Ansky's been battling a lot of people heads up. I would assume he's winning because he keeps battling, and I think Kumakan has an unlimited bankroll, and he can also potentially sell action and or get back to these games. So I don't know if Kumakan will quit if someone will play him. So I would assume that Kumakan, well, I don't know if that's true. Maybe, I don't know if other regulars actually try to play Kumakan. So maybe he has a quitting point too at some point in time. So, what's up, Daniel Puppy? What's going on, bro? Night Vein, what's up? What's up? Looking to replay at this hand. Check back. Ansky checks back flop with King 5-3-4, 3 diamonds. Calls a turn with bottom pair, gut shot, and King High flush draw. Turn a river. He has a blocker to the nut straight, and Kumakan check calls with Mexican straight 2-8-9-3. And Ansky decided to bet pot on the river there. So maybe he's betting pot. I mean, I guess we don't really know enough to know. But it looks like they're both betting pot fairly often here. So we'll see if this is something that's been pretty standard between these two, or if it's something. I mean, I would assume it's standard. They've already done it a bunch of different times each. So I haven't really watched any of these heads-up matches at all lately. I've been playing a lot of poker and spending a lot of time at the gym playing ball and doing a lot of other things that isn't related to railing any games. So I've quit poker and started a business. I'm also in the process of, I guess it's like a branch of the podcast that is going to be that's technically a legal business. So I can relate to that. Would you start, Antigenous Puppy? Matt Campbell, Omnicide, Chris P. Kiki Mama, what's up, guys? What's going on? Welcome. Top left, Ansky bets pot again on the river. I didn't see the action leading up to this. So it looks like this pot size is going to be a common theme. And he does show down the nuts here. So he's got 9-10. Let's see what happens. He raises, flaps a flush draw and open and a straight draw. He bets called, turn. And he just bet 3 straights. So nice hand. Matt Laker, what's up, bro? Poppy, satellite into 220 live Euro event via Free Up, my local casino, and cash it this weekend for 3.2k Euro. Biggest score to date, bro. Donated 380 Euro instantly after at 112 PLO. You're a bad influence. I agree, I'm a bad influence, but congratulations on winning the satellite, and congratulations on taking down that tournament, brother. Nice job, man. Podcast schedule coming up, guys. We got Dan Coleman on Friday, Sora Mizzy on Monday, and we have Kitty Kwah on Tuesday, and she'll be joined by the producer of her show. Her name's Katrina Lim. Katrina Lim? Katrina Lim, yeah. If anybody puts delay in the chat again, they're banned for the rest of our lives. What's up, Vic? What up? Someone said, can you tell who the players are? The players are Humicon and Supernova 9, aka Ansky, aka Donnie Stern, and Phil Ivey is Hollywood Haxton. As faith number 1 virtue is faith number 1 virtue. Could be 1 person, could be 2 people, could be 3 people. You never know. Could be the same person. Listen, Birdman 3000, I can already tell we're gonna have some fucking problems, dude. I can already tell that you're a fuckboy. I'm giving you a timeout because I can just tell that you're a fuckboy, and we don't want any fuckboys tonight in the chat. So, and bottom left, faith number 1 virtue quits, and now we are left with our 100, 200 here with Humicon, and so let's see if we can. What happened here? Donnie raises 4-3-6-5, flops, gut shot and bottom pair, backdoor draws, C bets, gets called, turns, queen, goes check, river trips, and Humicon bets out 2,700, Ansky to sides to bluff catch, and actually Humicon was value betting top 2 pair. Well, I guess he's not actually bluff catching because he has worse hands. He's betting for value once Ansky, whatever. You guys know what I'm fucking saying, okay? He wins, takes it down, $9,000 pot. Nice hand. Nice hand. Let me change the title of the video here. But yeah, guys, the GPL started yesterday. If you guys didn't get a chance to see that, yeah, it was interesting. It's basically sit and goes. So if you like watching sit and goes, you'll love this. It's like sit and goes with leaderboards. So yeah, I'm undecided still. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure if the presentation will be the same. I'm not sure if the format's going to change. I mean, I know a lot of the players, so I enjoy that aspect of things. But yeah, I think it certainly could be. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what I anticipated it being. I knew it would be tournaments, 6-handed tournaments, but I mean, it's sit and goes with a time bank and with short levels. So top left, Humicon check raises turn, flush gets there on the river. The backdoor straight draw misses on the river. He goes ahead and checks. See what happens. Ansky's in the tank. Still in the tank. Dun, 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 dun. Balancing his time banking range. Bets 8,000 into 10,077,777 here. See what happens. How much is Supernova down today? I'm not sure if he's up or down. I would assume he's down, but yeah, I would assume he's down just from stack sizes in this current match here. See what happens. Kumakan's in the tank. So we check raise a turn. And Ansky shows down Jack High Flush, third nuts. So Kumakan check raises turn. Ansky calls with a bottom end of a wrap and Jack High Flush draw and gets there on the river. Nice hand. Bang, bang. Value or winning start. Or no, it was a comment. Yeah. Only 6 maxes. Haven't tuned in for about a year or so. Other than random tune-ins, what's the big talk of the PLO world at the moment? You know, I haven't really been following the online I haven't been following these particular games that much, but the talk of the rake, the talk of the world is the rake. You know, there's no more rake back in these high stakes games, and I believe the rake was raised as well too in these games. So no rake back and higher rake, meaning you get fucked on both ends. So I'm not exactly sure how the action has been at the higher stakes on PokerStars specifically over these past couple months. I haven't really been keeping too much track of the winners and of what's been happening for the most part. So I've been pretty much focused on playing and doing other things with my life and podcasting and doing a bunch of traveling and hanging out with my chess partner at the time, former chess partner. And yeah, that was sort of my priority for a couple months. So there was less time for being on the computer doing nothing, or just less time being on the computer doing, you know, just doing work not related to playing. Is it possible to remove the table that is frozen on the screen, annoying to look at? That's for replay, so we're gonna keep that open right now, Poppy. We're gonna keep the replayer open. Yeah, bro, it's the replayer, man. Poker Villain, good to see another person from Chicago doing well. I grew up in Aurora, west suburb of Chicago. Thank you, Poker Villain. It's always good to see people from the Chirac make it out alive without getting gunshots, without getting murdered. Very rare for a person from Chicago to make it out of the South Side. The murder rate, violence. It's crazy. I used to sell vacuums in those streets. I used to sell a vacuum cleaner called the Kirby. I'd go they'd make appointments for me, and I would go to these places, predominantly African American households on the south side of Chicago, and I would go vacuum their carpet and clean their carpet and show them how dirty their carpet was. And I did that when I was 17 or 18. Very, very interesting life. Kumakan and Ansky in a pot, top left. Big Kumakan, 3-bet and C-bet flop, turns at 10. Kumakan bets 7,100 and 9,500. My little brother, Yardstick, will not be making an appearance. He's not over there on his computer. Spring break is over. He's back in school. Can I teach you how to play Ace King pre-flop? You go all in, obviously. What happens here? Why former chess partner, Happy Drew asks. Well, there's a lot of reasons why she's the former chess partner and not current chess partner anymore. Ansky calls, turns an 8. A bad card for 2-pair without a straight. Pot's 23,000. 40K effective left. Yes, Logic, you go all in with Ace King every single time pre-flop you have it, no exceptions. Kumakan bets pot. Ansky instantly folds. So, pot sizing is the way to go in this match. Kumakan 3-bets, C-bets, bets turn, pot's river. Is selling vacuum cleaners code for Gigolo? I was not getting paid for my Gigolo services when I was 17 years old or 18 or 19, 18, 19, something like that. How good are you at chess? I am a grandmaster. I'm definitely one of the higher rated chess players in the world right now, I think. I don't think it's very disputable. There are definitely some solid chess opponents I go up against from time to time, but I think overall my ability at chess right now is definitely near the top of the world rankings list. But yeah, definitely grandmaster status at the current moment in time. Jay Pants, what's up, brother? Good morning. Bless up. On my way to work. GPL boring as fuck. Thank you for streaming real poker. You know, I don't know if I'm saying it's boring. I don't know. I don't know. I think it'll get more exciting after. I think GPL will get more exciting after points are established. Maybe they change up the format or presentation a little bit. I don't. Who if I don't. It could. I got hope, man. I got hope. They got live matches, heads up matches, so we'll see what happens. Top left, Kumakan bets pot again. Ansky calls and wins with a 7-high flush. And Kumakan had the nut flush blockers. Let's see what happened here. Kumakan limps button with ace 10, 2-7 rainbow. Ansky raised a very weird hand, I believe, in the river. Let's go this next hand. Top right. I think that Ansky 3-bet pre-flop, C-bet flop, and now he pots the turn with 22K behind. What happens here? In this bottom right-hand table, so Ansky raised pre-flop. Oh, we got some action in the top right. I would expect Ansky to go all in on this river. I would assume that Kumakan is going to shove his 2-pair hands that contain an ace on the turn to that bet, but without knowing dynamics or history or anything like that, I can't say that for sure. See what happens here. I would assume that Ansky's going to shove all in. And he does. And Kumakan does not insta-fold, so that means he must not have a draw that missed. Have a flush combo, flush draw, straight draw, pair type hands. So I would assume he does have maybe an ace. I would assume he doesn't have a 1-pair ace type hand. He could have probably some type of 2-pair hand or an ace kingish type hand. Maybe no blockers in his hand. To a flush. See what happens here. We're going to go over this hand in the bottom right that we just saw. Kumakan's in the tank. What will he do? What will he do? He'll be balancing his tanking range. He calls, and he does show up with a 2-pair type of hand that I thought he would have. And Ansky's got upset. And he wins a $71,000 pot. So yeah, this is the kind of hand I would assume that Kumakan is going to call the turn with that doesn't have a draw that he would then tank on the river with. So like a weak 2-pair hand. And Ansky happened to have top set, and Kumakan is in very, very bad shape. Loses a $71,000 pot. And Ansky gets a little momentum. Let's go, Poppy. The great American game of fucking Pod in Omaha is so correct, Muskills. Shout out to Muskills. I like that guy a lot. So Ansky here. Yeah, what the fuck does he have here? King 7-7-2 double suit. Is that GTO? So Kumakan limps, and he raises that from the big blind. Flops top pair with a 7-high flush draw and a backdoor quad draw. 2 backdoor quad draws. No backdoor straight draws. And check, and Kumakan bets 400 with nut flush future nut flush blocker. And not many redraws. Turn, the flush gets there, and Ansky checks, and Kumakan bets little small size, 1,300. Maybe he's been doing that in a lot of limp pots in this situation. And then river, he bets pot, and Ansky time banks for a bit, and then calls with 7-high flush, knowing that it's very hard to make a full house. It's hard to make quads. It's hard to make a flush. And he might not have thought that Kumakan, maybe he doesn't think that Kumakan is going to limp ace-x suited type hands, queen-x suited type hands. I assume he would limp some queen-x suited type hands, but maybe he has a better idea of what Kumakan's range is here on the river. Obviously, it's pretty, it's very possible Kumakan has a full house, but Ansky does have a king as well, so it'd have to be, it's hard to have a full house when you got a fucking king. So yeah, Ansky takes it down, 14K pot his way, got some momentum here. Daniel says, GG, see you later. I also think GPL can do good. They should have started with online sit and go format. I think that's the only format they got. They got the online sit and goes. They got the heads ups, and I think that's really all that's what they got. That's it. Then they got the live stuff. So I'm not really sure what else they could have done. I've heard speculation. We got our boy Hollywood Haxton battling with Ronnie R over at the 5-card 100 200 PLO table. So we're gonna load up this action here. Big Badass Wolf, I think that's a troll, and I'm gonna put the no troll comments today. No dumb motherfuckers, no dumb comments, no dumb. This isn't the GPL chat. And yeah, so the bottom left we got a 5-card PLO. The great game of 5-card PLO, not the great game. I'm fucking kidding. That's not a great game. 5-card PLO in no way or shape form is a great game. There's too many cards. I mean, 4 cards is great, but 5 cards is just a little ridiculous. It's honestly, it's a little bit out of line to have 5 cards. Can't believe the game exists. Lee Jam said, I feel like the live format will be more interesting for the GPL. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't think that's till the summer. So, balancing his slow roll tanking range. I believe that's what Kumakan might have been doing that hand, but he actually did have a hand. Maybe he needs to think about that. He doesn't want to always snap fold his flush draws that miss on that river. He wants to tank fold some of his hands as well, too, for balance. Do any of you use a HUD while playing Omaha? Fucking Christ, man. Where am I at right now? 6 a.m. on Twitch, huh? These are the kind of people we got in here at 6 a.m. on Twitch. Do I ever get out and play any bigger live games? Only 6 Max says. No, I've mainly been playing online for the past 4, 5, 6 months only. There's plenty of action right now on the untracked Euro sites. I think the highest that runs at my casino is 1020. So I think it's a better option just to play that at home. Instead of going to the casino, you got to drive there 30 minutes each way. It's just so... I fucking hate driving in the casino, and then you lose money. You got to look at the people. Oh my gosh. Fuck, man, you know? The only place I like playing poker and looking at people currently is the Pornhub Strip Poker Streets, where I think I'm one of the top winners in the game. How can we even call it 5-card peel? Many fucking cards. Jay Penn says, late to work. Anyone asks why, I'll tell them I'm balancing my arrival range. I think that's going to be GTO, Poppy. I think that'll be GTO. Oh man, what else did I do tonight? Oh man, overnight I was updating some timestamps on some podcasts and some descriptions and some YouTube. I was working on some YouTube GTO, timestamp GTO, iTunes GTO, responding to people GTO. Yeah. Matt Campbell says live poker is confirmed miserable. It is certainly one of the most miserable fucking things you can do. Live poker. I mean, if you have no other options, you do what you got to do. But I was actually watching back the Hollywood Haxton podcast because we got some timestamps, and there are some timestamps are such a good fucking idea for these podcasts because it just helps you. Show you guys this in a second. Top right, Ansky bet the turn hot on 3 flush board. Let's see what happens here. Will he give up on the river? What's up, Bally's Head Puppy? What's up, brother? Ansky checks. Will Kumakan go with a pot size bet here? He checks back, and Ansky shows down. Interesting. So bets, you got the queen high blocker here. So he raises, what the okay, so Kumakan limp raises, and Ansky has queen jack. I didn't see Kumakan's hand. We don't see his hand. So I think that might be it. Oh, be right back. BRB. Okay, so Kumakan limp raises. Interesting. Limp raises the button. Ansky calls with queen 10 8 jack with one diamond in his hand. So he flops middle pair with a wrap and queen high flush blocker. Goes check turn. He pots, and Kumakan calls. Interesting. River. He rivers a straight, and he checks. So Kumakan limp raises, checks back flop. Calls pot size bet on the turn. So I'm guessing aces type hand. I guess aces type hand, maybe a straight draw, ace 4-5 type hand, something like that. They're going to come back, so we'll see what happens here. What up, Loctus? What time will the podcast with Dan Coleman be? The podcast with Dan Coleman will be at, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure what time the podcast will be at. Kitty, how do you spell Kitty Qua? I gotta update this list. Kitty Qua. They said they're gonna be right back. So now we're left with some 5-card PLO action here between Ronnie R and Hollywood Haxton. So can I do my Ike Hollywood Haxton impression? I definitely can do the Ike Hollywood Haxton. I haven't done it in a while. I haven't done a format of this type recently. So we got this one table of 5-card right now until Ansky, and I like calling them Ansky, until Ansky and Kumakan come back here. So when they come back, we'll get that back over here. He was playing in these games. 10-20. We had Action Freak, Kobus, Young AK Gun, and Darian. Easy lineup. Alexo back in the streets. Look at that. Our Chilean mining friend got another, I think he got a payment on his Chilean mining fund. And now he's back playing poker online. Congratulations to him. I know he took a little break for a while here. So the Euro game, 5-10. Standard, seat scripter, Axel, Okropti, Takminator. Yeah, nothing's changed. Nothing's changed, boys. Everything's the same here. Can I do the Hollywood Haxton impression? I mean, I could. I gotta get the fucking shoulders in it, though. You know, I gotta get the. You know, like the. I'm merging that with my Chinese voice. I made up this Chinese voice, and I'm merging my my Hollywood Haxton voice with the Chinese voice. So I gotta work on that and get it down. See if there's any game. I might play games here on the right hand side. I can't load those up on screen. Guess not. All right. So in 5-card PLO, guys, I haven't played too much 5-card PLO. I would assume that you never fold no matter what because you have 5 fucking cards, and especially in heads up, you're never folding. So every hand's to the flop. PokerStars makes $3 rake per hand, and I'm sure that they really enjoy it. The rake, if you guys don't know, in PokerStars is raised in every format. There's no rake back above 510, and yeah, it definitely sucks for players. Was there a mass exodus when rake changes hit, or was it high stakes only some? You know, I'm not quite sure exactly what the impact's been in terms of the regulars in the games, only 6 max. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not very sure. I don't quite know exactly what the, what the changes have been in terms of player pool, in terms of regulars, in terms of fun players that disappeared. I would assume a lot of players have stopped grinding as hard simply because the incentive is not as high as it once was, especially if you're not winning in the games. So I definitely think there's some change, but in terms of peak numbers, I'm not sure exactly what it looks like right now. Live poker is fun if everyone's drinking. Yeah, I guess that's true in theory. $3 hand and no rake back and heads up. Sick that high stakes regs still play each other. Loctus says, yeah, I think at these high stakes, obviously I think the regulars, they see it as plus EV, obviously. I mean, I guess if you're playing 50, 100, 100, 200, even 1020 to some extent without rake back, it definitely adds up. But at the same time, I mean, it's like, what else are you going to do? If you want to play, you're going to play. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised that people are still playing each other. I think we're always going to see some action on some level. Looking at the heads up zoom. Yeah, I mean, heads up zoom now, like at these PLO tables, there's just absolutely no reason you should ever be playing these games with the rake they take. They take $1.50, I believe, out of every single hand. That reaches the cap at 25 cent, 50 cent. I think that's what it is right now. Well, we'll see this hand, so. Which, I mean, that's just, I mean, at 25 cent, 50 cent, that's hard to beat. There's going to be the very rare exceptions that can, but on average, that is certainly not going to. Do they even tell you the rake here, it looks like? No, I guess they don't even tell you the rake in the hand. I guess they just have you manually figure it out. It's 75 cents. So maybe I am wrong about that. I'm not 100% sure. So I know the heads up rake is, I'm pretty sure it's $1.50. So maybe that just didn't reach the cap there. I didn't pay attention to what the pot size was. So, all right, let's see if our action's back over here with Donnie Stern and Kumakan. Nope, Donnie's not back yet. So we still have this 5 card. I don't know if this is exciting, boys. I gotta say, this doesn't seem like a very exciting GTO match here. So I'm gonna wait for a little bit longer, and then I'm going to the gym to work out. Currently 6:30 a.m. here, I believe. Got to go get some basketball workout in here, get some weights workout, get a condition workout in. Ay. Is anyone alive in the chat? I can't remember when I woke up either, so maybe I'm not going to go to the gym actually, because I can't remember when I woke up. And if I'm tired and I take pre-workout, I'm not going to be able to sleep for a while. Could be bad. It could not be GTO poppies. Might not be GTO. VitPro says 75-cent rake for those 25-cent, 50-cent games. Heads up. Okay. So it's not $1.50. Perfect. I guess that's, rake. I guess that's something. So might see a big pot here in the top left. Hollywood 3 bets pre-flop. H-Jack 6. So many possibilities. I imagine if you open pre-flop, you can never fold to a 3 bet here in position. Come back, Donnie. Come back, Poppy, please. Come back. Yeah, it's still 1.5 big blinds. Oh, all in. All. Oh. Hollywood Axon runs very well, sucks out on the first one, and then chops it up on the second one. So Hollywood was in severely bad shape here. He 3-bet ace. Jesus. Ace 5, ace 6, 5, 4, 2. One suit. Ronnie R called ace jack 10, 9, 7. One nut suit. He flopped top 2 pair with a bunch of, Jesus, let me try to, hold on, let me do this. He flops top 2 pair, he flops top 2 pair, two backdoor quad draws, 1 backdoor flush draw, couple backdoor straight draws, blockers to a straight draw, blockers to backdoor straight draw, blockers to backdoor flush draws. Yeah, and Hollywood flops top and bottom pair. So he's got the crippled 2 pair here in this situation with a backdoor straight draw. Fuck's sakes, okay. And they run it twice. Hollywood does not lose twice. We've known that for years. And Hollywood Axon takes it down and chops it up. Nice hand. 75 big blind per 100 for each player at rake. Is that? That does not seem very optimal, my friend. Backdoor Mexican draw. Yeah, he doesn't actually have a backdoor Mexican straight draw. Well, it could if it comes 3-4. He does or 4-5. He has a Mexican straight. No, he doesn't have a Mexican straight in that. No, he doesn't have a backdoor Mexican straight draw. He always makes the nut straight, so he can't actually make the Mexican straight. So he does not have a backdoor Mexican draw. Ronnie R does have a backdoor Mexican straight draw, though, it looks like. If it comes, yeah. 8-9, no. Yeah, 8-9. No, he still got the second straight in that situation. He doesn't have a Mexican straight draw either. Fuck, there's so many cards. Yeah, VitPro, I feel like your numbers are off in somewhere. I feel like Queen 8 doesn't give him nut. It does. No, it doesn't. He's still got second nut. Mexican straight's the third or worst straight. Second worst straight's not Mexican straight. Learn your terminology out here. Fuck's sakes, boys. Read a book. I don't think Ansky's coming back. Maybe he went to go cook something. He's an avid chef, as we've known on the podcast, and he also lives with his girlfriend in Vancouver, and he also has a dog. So maybe he went to walk a dog. He might have wanted to eat some sushi. I know he just won a couple big pots. Maybe I don't know what could have happened to the kid. I'm not sure. Loctus, how's PLO going for you, Poppy? Are you still playing on Svenska Spell? What have you been playing? Poker-wise. Ansky's back now. Okay. Am I missing him? Oh, he is back. I'm an idiot. All right, we're back in it. I bet Ansky's dog shit in the kitchen. Certainly might have, that's for sure. I feel like Ansky's dog is definitely the kind of dog that would shit in the kitchen. I don't think, unless Ansky trained him in a GTO fashion where he is trained to go outside and he won't shit in the kitchen. And it seems like Ansky'd be a GTO dog trainer when it comes to teaching manners and ethics and non-TOS breaking type activities to his dog. So, and I'm sure according to Ansky's TOS, you don't shit in the kitchen if you're his dog. So yeah. Locust says, I have a 40 to 50 big blind per 100 win rate at PLO 25. Trying to move up soon, never going back to stars. Oh yeah, you always posted those really sick graphs from PLO 25. It seemed like you definitely crushed pretty hard. Obviously, we all know these days that that graphs can be doctored and all sorts of things like that. Where are the view bots at? We need to get a couple of view bots in here. Bottom left, all in. And man, Hollywood just never loses. Hollywood never loses it twice. He gets it in behind, and I'm not even gonna fucking do this again. But yeah, they chop it. That's all I'm gonna say about that one. They chop it up. Nice hand. I'm not gonna attempt to. I'm not gonna attempt to call this one again. Bitbro says, assuming you pay cap break every hand, both players contribute 75. Okay. Okay. You're not going to play cap every hand unless you're a complete moron. Ronnie's quitting. He says, good game. Oh, no, they actually, no. Sorry, Hollywood 3-quartered this motherfucker here. Look at this. Listen, Ronnie, you don't play Hollywood hacks and heads up. For fuck's sakes, brother. He flops the nuts. Hollywood flops top and bottom pair, the old German 2-pair. And check calls. Turn. Hollywood's got the old 3-pair. Oh, my buddy Tobias. Let me unban you, brother. Sorry, bro. Can't remember why I banned you, Poppy. You're back. You're back in the house. Ronnie quits. Oh, he sits back in. Never mind. He got the old double up comeback juice here. He doubled up. Now he's deciding to try to make that epic CUM back. He says, now I feel the change. What a fucking degenerate this guy is. I love Ronnie so much, man. What are we gonna do when the great German heroes? I think he's German. Swiss, whatever. What are we gonna do when the great German Swiss heroes like Ronnie are gone from the high stakes PLO world? When Ronnie finally decides the rake's just too much for him to overcome. What are we gonna do? I don't know. We're gonna be fucking. Look at Hollywood, gets it in. Or Ronnie flops the old nut straight with flush redraw, straight flush redraw, blocks the ace of diamonds. And poor old Hollywood, boom 2, boom 4. Give me 75% of the pot, Poppy. Nice hand, nice hand. Fucking Ronnie, a true American, Swiss, German high stakes PLO hero, man. A fucking legend of the game. It's going to be a sad time when that guy leaves. Top left. Take it down. Nice hand. Yeah, if you guys have been following the Panama Papers, there's been some connection made allegedly between the sister of former CEO of Amaya, Bobby Bazoff, aka David Bazoff, and she's been listed in there. I think another name, one of the 15 people charged. It just seems like Amaya is a long time shady dealings in many different gambling companies, many different poker sites and poker gambling operators. And it seems like they've been doing some really fucked up shit for a long time in that space. And I think with the charges brought on them by the Canadian DOJ, whatever exactly it is, I think that they must really have something on them. And I don't know, man. It's not looking good for Amaya. I mean, maybe that Amaya survives and all these people get punished. You know, maybe it takes years. Maybe it takes, I don't exactly know how long it might take. Something might not happen soon, but. And you can tell, like, look at the way decisions have been made on stars. Look at the way communications have been done. These are obviously people who, like, just don't give a fuck. Like, they're just. Fuck you to everybody. Fuck you to everything. I mean, you can see how they've been operating from these dealings. I mean, it all makes sense. It seems completely in line with that sort of activity. So, I'm certainly not surprised to see a lot of that stuff happening here. See what happens here. Kumikon limps. Oh, bottom left. All in. Oh, chop it up. There ain't no. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. My bad. Hollywood bust up this motherfucker good. Oh, he just had middle set plus the nut flush draw, huh? That's it. Ronnie limps. Flops bottom set with an ace blocker. Yep, that's gonna be no good, Poppy. See you in the showers, and nice hand. Hollywood Haxton, thank you for the contribution to his campaign. Nice hand, Poppy. Nice hand. Look at this hand here that we just missed. Kumi limps, and Ansky flops. I think an inside wrap. And Kumi has 3, 4, 7, 7. Turn, Ansky turns nut straight with flush redraw, and Kumi has blockers with Mexican straight draw. And Ansky decides to slow play. Check calls, turn, he rivers a low flush, and Kumi still has the blockers, but has a very weak hand. And that's pot. Ansky calls with the 6-5 flush and takes it down. Nice hand. Pray for Isildur never to go broke. For sure. 5-6 card is odd. You can never call because villain can always have it. So you all have to always call because villain can always block it. That's true. That's a very good breakdown, Locus. We can see why you're such a big winner at PLO 25 with the ability to break down the 5-card, 6-card PLO game to one simple sentence. 2 simple sentences, actually. Well, 1 simple sentence, depending on where you use your apostrophes or your commas or periods. I don't know. I can't think any fucking more. Can't remember when I woke up. I think I woke up yesterday at 4 p.m. But I'm not positive. 6:41. Yeah. My sleep schedule is completely in line, boys. That's for sure. Completely in line. Yumi. The Cumster. That's pot in the top right. Ansky folds like a bitch. Takes it down. Nice hand. Looks like Kumi is going with a never fold the button strategy, and Ansky is going with a fold the button strategy sometimes. So, do you know when stars and tilt are merging player pools? Nope, I do not. It's a great question though. Oh, we got Hollywood back in the house here playing Faith #1 Virtue again here. So we'll put this down here. I hate Hollywood Haxton's all screen name. I miss Hollywood Haxton, the face with the glasses. I miss that look. I don't like the South Park baby look. South Park baby look is not GTO. Only Sigma says, wearing the Eat Sleep PLO hoodie to home games always turns the game round and round. Best hoodie I've ever bought. Fuck yes. Fuck yes. That's what I like to hear, buddy. Fuck yes. Big shout out to you, brother. That's awesome. What do you can you take a photo of you at the home? Can someone take a picture of you in the home game? You wearing the hoodie next time? Please do that. Please. That'd be fucking sick, man. Hollywood's old avatar looked like he had Down syndrome, though. It's certainly debatable. I mean, I don't think so. I don't think so. Kumi, mashing the pot button here on 2 tables. Top right, mashing the pot button. Top left, mashing the pot button. Thank you, only 6 max. I will love you forever, or I will love you long time. If you can do that. Uh-oh, got a river here situation in top left. The Eat Sleep PLO, I'm actually, so Lee Jam, I mentioned earlier about entrepreneurship or official business. So I'm actually, me and another person are working to turn that department of things into an actual official enterprise, an official clothing line, accessories type stuff, custom piss bottles. I mean, there's whatever. It'll be some great stuff, and it'll be available full time. So that's what we're currently working at right now. So yeah, the clothes will definitely be available, and there'll be new stuff available as well too. And it'll be very, very fucking GTO. It's gonna be fucking great. and it's going to be something that people can wear. That's not going to have. I don't want to get too much into it, so I don't want to. Fuck. I don't know. I don't want to talk about any other certain products out there that may be doing things in a potentially un-GTO way, but I think it'll be fun. Top left, Ansky check raises the river and Kumi folds like a bitch on the river and takes it down. Nice hand. Yeah, custom piss bottles are going to be pretty sick. So Kumi limps button, checks back flop, raises the turn, and then bets the river. So I'm assuming he has some sort of combo draw, flush draw, sort of thing like that. Where are these guys playing? Supernova 9, Donnie Stern, aka Ansky, Hollywood Haxton, Phil Ivey, Kumicon, aka Kumi, aka Kumster, aka Kumicon. Do you ever play the PLO game at Joliet Harrah's? Gets a little crazy. If I don't want to drive 30 minutes to the Horseshoe Casino in Hammond, I'm certainly not going to fucking drive the whole Joliet Harrah's. That is a fact. And yeah, I don't know. I don't think they have anything like above 1020 there. So driving a Joliet, man, that does not seem fucking GTO to do. I got to be honest, brother. Cumster, the Cumster. Okay, I like that. JCon, post me to something. What is this? Let's see. Hey, Caxton. Yeah. I don't think he looks like he has Down syndrome in this photo. Got to be honest with you. What's up, Benji Puppy? What are we sweating? Wild cocaine party last night? No, it was certainly not a wild cocaine. It was a wild behind the scenes grind work type night. That's what it was. A lot of eating food. Trying to get the calories in. What's your biggest tourney score? What's my biggest tourney score? I have no idea. I don't know. I've probably played less than 10 tournaments in the past 5 years. I'm not sure. Ansky bets turn. Top right. 6,300 into 8,400. Man, Kumicon, you guys love betting pot. Maybe we can learn something here, boys. Oh shit. The Cumster check raises the river all in. Assuming Ansky is not gonna call. Doing the old Hollywood Haxton time bank shuffle here. Or the old fake time bank fold. There's fold, Poppy. Come on, man. Listen. Bet fold, nice hand. Nice hand, kid. Get him next time. Nice hand, tap the table like you do it, like the live pros do. Nice hand. Oh shit, I was kidding. Never mind, run it twice. You need flush draw, straight draw. Yeah, should have listened to the fold button, I suppose. So yeah, poor Ansky. Poor Ansky. Raises pre-flop. Kumi flops middle set. Ansky's got I think he had a row of flush draw. I think he had king jack of spades. Kumi check raises. Oh shit, went for the old double check raise. So let me see the official hand. So Ansky has king jack 8-3. So he has bottom pair with a king high flush draw and a open and straight draw. And he tanked the turn. So interesting hand. He raises pre-flop, gets called, ace 10, 10, 5, flops queen 10, 3. He c-bets, gets checked raised. So the turn is a very interesting decision by him. So pretty surprised to see him bet the turn. So Kumicon check raises flop, goes for the check on the turn. They still have 28k behind, pot's 8k. I like to play by Kumicon because it sort of balances his check raising, checking turn range. I forgot I can't talk like this on these streams. Yeah, I'm surprised to see Ansky bet the turn. I mean, he definitely wants to bet some hands in the turn, but not sure if this is the hand to bet on the turn, especially when he could get check raised by the ace high flush draw too. So when he does end up calling it off, he's going to be in just very bad shape. I mean, I guess if he's ever it's 70-30 on the river. I'm trying to think about if so when he bet calls here, he's got to call. What does he got to call? $22,000 more. So, I mean, this just kind of comes down to it. I think that's why he was tanking. So you're just figuring out the price to figure out putting Kumakon's range up in here. So if we put Kumakon with top set, queen 10, set of 10s, ace high flush draw, ace queen, XX with ace of spades potentially, type hand, potentially, I don't think Kumakon would play a wrap this way. Like a queen jack 8-9 type hand with no flush draw. So if you, I think that's what he was taking for. He was just trying to figure out what he thought Kumakon's range was here and if he had the right price to call it off. And he decided that he did, and he decided that he would run it twice. And especially when you factor in running it twice too, maybe that is going to make him more inclined to call here. When you factor in the potential to win one of the runouts as well. So there you go, nice hand. That was yeah, we got 25% into that hand, but yeah. Sorry, let me snap out of that fucking daze there, boys. Let me snap out of that daze. Let me snap out. Hold on, if I got lost somewhere. Only 6 months. What's with the girl? Where them Facebook posts been? Where do you mean, Puppy? What girl? The old chess partner? Shower City, bro. Well, I mean, that sounds mean, but nah, just things didn't work out. And things didn't work out, Puppy. Now we're back on the grind, man. We're back on the grind. Back on the grind. Back out there competing at the competitive chess streets. Currently playing a couple grandmasters in some very competitive matches. I feel like I have a very big edge in a lot of different situations. I also feel like I may not have an edge in a couple different spots, but I feel like I'm also bettering my ability right now. I'm currently been in the lab for a little bit, trying to better my play in a couple different situations. So yeah, that's what I'm working at right now. This will be on YouTube later, so if anyone's watching this, I'll put it up on YouTube later. Real Dallas. We don't listen. Is this real money? That used to be my old go-to troll comment on Twitch when I watched a lot of Twitch. But top left, another spot. Ansky check calls turn. Boards 10-8, 10-9, 8, 5, 3. Flush misses on the river. Full house misses on the river. You thought these were spin and goes? Fucking, come on, dude. Fuck's sakes. Fucking Twitch. Fucking Twitch, man. Kumi's all in. Wolanski call with a straight. He's got the Mexican straight. The problem with the Mexican fucking straight, that's the problem with the Mexican straight. This is what I'm talking about with this goddamn Mexican straight. When you flop a Mexican straight, you get yourself into shitty situations. And as you can see, Ansky gets himself into a pickle of a spot with the old Mexican straight, 6-7 on 8-9-10. One of the scariest Mexican straights to ever possibly have, especially when you 3-bet. So he 3-bets, flops Mexican straight. He's also got a blocker to the nuts and backdoor flush draw, and he checks. Kumi bets second nut straight, 2000. Ansky calls, turn doesn't change. Check, call, check. Pretty anticlimactic hand, but this is the problem with the old Mexican straight, guys. This is the problem with the old Mexican straight, is that fucking Mexican straight. The two worst hands to have are the Mexican straight and the fucking idiot set. Fucking idiot set is the lowest set possible you can have in a situation when you're about to put a lot of money in. Especially on the flop. When you get the fucking idiot set on the flop, you're just never in that good a shape. Supernova 9 is definitely Ansky. Correct. Very nice detective work. Very nice deductive reasoning, my friend Tonka, for figuring that out. Considering I'm calling one Kumakon and one Ansky. Viewbot, thank you, Harostovov. Viewbot reporting for duty. I ask guys, if you're a Viewbot, please, this is the place for you to be. Viewbots are welcome. Turn on your Viewbots, please. Get your Viewbots out. Unlike other streamers, we're not going to shame you for being a robot. We're not going to shame you for. We're not going to make a 2+2 post about you being a robot. That we accept robots here. We accept fake people here. We accept fake chatters here. We accept all of that stuff here. We're not going to turn you down. We're not going to say no. Anyone can hang out here. As long as you don't leave dumb comments where it just annoy people in the chat where we got to time you out. Why do we call it a Mexican straight, Poppy? That's a really great question. So Mexican Straight was actually a name given to the straight during a live PLO game I was playing out in San Diego by a young man named Roberto Hernandez. And now Roberto was a fun player who grew up in Mexico, but then relocated to San Diego, and he was a regular in the PLO games over there, and some of the home games and some of the Palomar games, and we were playing we were playing a PLO game one time, and Roberto, he says, makes a straight, wins a big pot on the river, and he goes, "Yes, I got the Mexican straight." He slams down his cards, and he's got like there's like 4 straights possible. He's got the worst straight. I'm like, what's the Mexican straight? What do you mean Mexican straight? He's like, the Mexican straight. And ever since that day, I pretty much been calling the worst straight the Mexican straight. So, and yeah, shout out to Roberto. I'm not sure what he's doing right now. I think he went busto. I think he might have been involved in some, allegedly maybe involved in some shady dealings. So yeah. Screwloose says, "What's your bankroll rules? How many buy-ins minimum for playing live cash games?" I don't play live cash games. I'm not sure. What's my bankroll rules? Be very bankrolled for your game. I don't know. I don't have any bankroll rules at the moment. I am very rolled for the games that I play. So yeah, that's the bankroll rules. But I think in general, I don't even know what bankroll rules should be anymore. Honest to God, I don't fucking know. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm a little out of touch with bankroll requirements for certain stakes, to be honest with you. Let me think. What could it be? For live games? I think it depends on a lot of different things, honestly. It depends on your quality of play. It depends on the players in the games. It depends on, the potential game you're getting in at a point in time. It depends on what lower stakes games are available. It depends on, how you handle moving up and moving down. It depends if you're trying to move up full time. It depends if your shot taken. I mean, I think it really depends on a lot of different factors and a lot of different situations. So I don't think there's really any blanket answer. I mean, I can give you a fucking generic answer, but it's really not going to do you any good. Like, 50 buy-ins. I mean, it's, without context to understand exactly why or how it could change or what the differences could be or what the reasoning is, it's not really going to do much help. But I feel like a standard answer is like 100 buy-ins or 50 buy-ins. So I'll just say that, and we'll go from there. We'll go from there with the answer. Is Ansky the loser right now? Ansky's never a fucking loser, bro. Ansky's always a winner to us. Even if he's losing this game, it means he's down money, potentially, sure, but he's not a loser. Oh, my eyes are getting tired. This is 20 buy-ins, 9 max, 40 buy-ins, 6 max is what I stick to, just my personal preference. Yeah, I think if you can, if you can move up, if you can handle moving back down and rebuilding easily. I know when I always moved up, when I was moving up stakes, I took a lot. I lost a lot of buy-ins. I won a lot of buy-ins. I would commonly go on 30 to 40 buy-in upswings and downswings playing PLO in, a day in long sessions. I mean, not every fucking day, but I certainly went on plenty of 30 buy-in upswings, 30 buy-in downswings playing the great game of Pot Limit Omaha where you get 4 cards instead of 2. It's so fucking great. But yeah, I was always very comfortable moving back down, grinding it back up. I felt like I could always win in the games below. So I know some people don't feel the same confidence if they have losing sessions, or if they, go on a downswing, their confidence is sometimes shaken for a couple days. Whereas me, I hop back in the next fucking day, I'm ready to go. I say now the only time I'm gonna win, 50,000 in a short period of time these days is if I lose 50,000 the week before or a couple days before. So unfortunately, I'm trying to fix that not be the case. I'm trying to lose 5K and then win 60K in a short period of time, but it seems like I sort of lose motivation, at a certain point. I think my last downswing, I was in a 60K downswing earlier this year, and like one day I was like, all right, let me get out of this downswing, and then I grinded hard for the next like 8-9 days and made 90K, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm out of the downswing now, so I don't really, I don't know, I just didn't feel the motivation to grind. So I wish I could pretend I was always in a massive downswing, so that I guess that's what comes with mind. I mean, that's what it, that's, I think the best poker players, they don't see it that way. And I think I'm a lot better than I used to be, but I don't know, I never really had that issue. I never really wanted to stop playing, but now it's, when you go through big swings and you make a larger amount of money in a shorter period of time, you know, it's sometimes your incentive to want to keep grinding isn't as big as it once might have been. Do you have any sort of stop loss? Yeah, a real man does not have a stop loss. That's a fucking fact. Stop losses are for pussy. Stop losses are for fuckboys. Stop losses are for people with no heart. Stop losses are for people who are going to be working at Subway in 5 to 6 years. So, wait, no, stop losses. No, I meant that the other way around. If you don't have a stop loss, there's a good chance you're going to be working at Subway in 5 to 6 years, and or selling your body for money, and or involved in some type of sexual activity. Well, I guess that's the same thing. Yeah, you should have a stop loss for sure, dude. Yeah. Do I have any stop loss? No, not me for sure. Definitely not me. I'm crazy though. I'm fucking crazy. I've lost a little bit of my degen, but it's certainly still there. No big pots here happening that much. Only 6max says, puppy, I work a 13-hour job, 25 hours a day. I work a $13 an hour job, 25 hours a day, 25 hours a week, grind 1, 2, 3, 6 by night. Why am I so fucked in the head? Yeah, you're pretty fucked up, brother. I mean, I think you're fucked up in the best ways, though. You're fucked up in the best degenerate ways possible. So, I mean, what are you playing online? What games you play, Poppy? PLO? What site? What's your? Tell me some more. Give me some more info about you, kid. Watching 95 Subway Joey in a few years. No, I'm not. Listen, if I don't obey my stop loss, I'm not going to be working at Subway because I'm going to go back to those things I said before to make money. I'm not going to work at fucking Subway. I'm going to, you know, the whole sexual for money, you know, sex, you know, though obviously that type of things, you know, right? I've been doing research on these things, and it turns out men can escort women out. Or if you go like the fancy, expensive women, you can make a lot of money doing that. So, and if that fails, you marry a witch woman, as I've always said. Or I can start my porn site, Colombians Gone Wild. You know, you can also do. I mean, listen, there's a lot of ways to make money these days that don't require you to sell your body, but it just seemed like a fun option for a little bit of time. No, I think I would just. I don't know. Let me go see this hand real quick. That makes sense. Nice check. Nice hand. Nice hand. Nice hand. Nice hand. Like that hand. AK pot his way. I enjoyed how the passion, the podcast with Adrian the other day got really fired up. Yeah, I got real fired up in that podcast too, for sure. Definitely got fired up in that. I've researched male escorts and how much they made because there was a guy on the podcast who was asking about it, obviously, a viewer, because he was trying to make some money out in LA. So I was trying to give him some fucking advice. So, what other streamers do you watch, Joey? I legit know nothing about you. Subbed when you were offline so I could watch the Phoenix video on demand. Well, if only you knew it was on my YouTube channel for free, my friend. Harosta Joe, do you want me to give you? I can give you a 2-minute rundown on me. But what other streamers do I watch? I don't really watch any other streamers, to be honest with you. I don't spend much time on Twitch. I just do my podcast on here, and I don't really play. I play mainly 1020 PLO, 2550 PLO, 510 PLO online, and I do never stream that because it would be one of the dumbest fucking things in the world to do. But yeah, I'll give you see if we get any hands here out, and then I'll give you a 2-minute rundown on me. I'll give you a very quick thing about me here. You play ACR Bovada, only 6max says, and you work a 15-hour job, huh? What's your job, Poppy? All you Pav. I won't be able to remember that. Pav. But shout out to Pav. You stream poker too. Yeah, I don't spend much time on Twitch. Pav, bang bang. Colombian fake taxi. What up, Ashley Delaney? What's up, brother? Rula says, playing 1-2-1-3 in Vegas, what is the minimum amount of buy-ins you'd recommend for someone to have? And PLO's games I mean, those games are ridiculously easy. So, I don't know, 20. What can you make of their money back? I mean, you're not gonna be a fucking pro playing 1-2, 1-3 PLO in Vegas. So go out there, shot take, man. Go back to your job, make some fucking money. You lose. Come on, brother, have some fucking heart, man. Get out there in the games and let's get after it, dude. Let's get it, man. Top left, Ansky check raises the river. Yeah, I'm surprised. I would expect to see some more of this check raising river, especially when you know it's a way to combat the pot size bet. If you're gonna be able to, I guess, is it a way to combat the pot size bet on the river? Well, it's a way to get more value out of your hands in situations, and it also gives your opponent more of something to think about. It does give it more to think about, though. Maybe it gives them more to think about. They might start to adjust their strategy. Instead of betting pot, they might choose different sizing. They might choose to check back some hands. Well, I still think if you're check calling, it's similar to check raising the river, though, in that spot. I gotta think about that a lot more. Something interesting to think about, though. Is there a difference between check raising and check calling in a spot like that when your opponent is betting pot in a lot of situations in that spot? Something to stew over, guys. Do you think I should in here? Ansky check back, low flush, raise pre-flop, check. So Ansky bets 2 streets, checks back the 8-high flush on the river. Interesting decision. Do you think I should feel morally wrong for supplementing my role with tree sales? No, of course not. Of course not, Poppy. I work at Best Buy doing computers. Yo, dude, I've had a lot of friends that worked at Best Buy. They say Best Buy is like one big sex orgy place where everyone fucks everybody there. I see why you like working at Best Buy. Bang, bang, man. Bang, bang. Yeah, $5 a month, Pav. Thanks, Pav. Yo, much love, Pav. Much love, Poppy. Much love for the fucking support, man. Yeah, listen, if you plebs can't afford $5, you know. This fucking guy screw loose. I'm gonna let him slide because he asked some dumb questions earlier. So, watching if do you think it's able to beat the rake and shit at micros on stars nowadays, Joey? I think it's definitely possible, but it's certainly challenging. For sure. We gotta ban all these. I think it's definitely possible to beat the rake. I think if you're gonna play micro stakes, you want to play on the micro gaming network. The micro gaming network is much better to play on these days, guys. If you play micro stakes PLO or micro stakes no limit, I did the rake comparison. I put the rake charts out. The rake is significantly lower on that site on micro gaming. So Google micro gaming if you can play on the site. That's going to be the best option for you rather than PokerStars right now. I think we had a big pot here between Hollywood and Faith Virtue. Not an interesting pot. Looks like Hollywood, I'm assuming it gets 3-bet here pre-flop. Oh no, single raise pot. Hollywood, check, turn. Oh shit. So Hollywood raises ace XXXX with nut flush. And what are these weird comments tonight? Fucking people. And Faith Virtue has ace king jack 10 with the king high flush draw. The turn, he turns a flush, so he leads out for pot, which is interesting. Phil Ivey, Hollywood Haxton just calls, and the river, Faith bets pot, Hollywood pots it. Interesting. And then, so can Faith Virtue see his fucking cards? I mean, I guess he's going. I guess he's just saying that he's gonna lose a 24K pot if Hollywood happens to have the nut flush. Obviously, the nut flush is very hard to make. So, I mean, it's sort of like a weird strategy to try to balance in that spot. If you're just like potting your king jack, your king high flushes in this turn, you know, it's gonna. I mean, I guess he's, you know, interesting strat. But he happened to so get lucky, and this is why I used to hate playing this fucking guy, man. He just drops the fucking stick in your asshole and takes it and takes it at you, man. What's your opinion on limping the button in PLO? I think limping the button in PLO heads up is probably the way to go right now. But Ansky's not doing it, and he might think that he's not playing those hands profitably against Kumakan, playing the bottom of his range, so he might be opening the top 80% of his range, folding the bottom 20% or something like that. I think it all depends, and especially at certain stakes where rake's more of a factor too. You really got to start thinking about if you should limit the button or not. If you're thinking about implementing the strategy into your own PLO game too. So, Pav, I'll give you a 2-minute rundown of me real quick. So I started playing poker in 2007. I started playing at 10 cent, 25 cent, and about a year into my poker career, I did a big prop bet where I played 603,000 hands in 1 month at No Limit Hold'em full ring. I did a prop bet. I won $7,000. In addition, I won money at the table somehow playing 600,000 hands, and I got some sort of small recognition on 2+2 through that. And then the next year, during my we'll go back to that in a bit. I started shot taking all the time, and during my shot taking, I moved to San Diego because I started making some money. The next year in December, 1 year later, I did a prop bet where I played 50,000 hands in one day, which is the most hands ever played of No Limit Hold'em in one day. And during that, I made 40 buy-ins and won an extra $33,000. And then 2010, I started playing some PLO and started playing some No Limit. And I also was playing high stake, trying to play some high stakes at No Limit. I wasn't very good, I don't think, but I had a lot of heart and I had a lot of work ethic. And for some reason, I could always win 24 tabling. And I always 24 tabled. And then through 2010, sort of like off and on year. Wait, no, 2010 I got Supernova Elite. Never mind. 2010 I got Supernova Elite. And this was with no Zoom. This was before Zoom was around. This was before seat scripts were around. So yeah, 2010 I got Supernova Elite. The end of the year I started playing PLO. I started 24 tabling PLO, and that was a very terrible strategy because it's very hard to 24 table, and it's very hard to 24 table PLO and win. I lost a lot of money, but I did get Supernova Elite in 2010. 2011, Black Friday happened, and obviously that was a bad situation. So I tried to be, I did some live proing it up for like a month or two. And then I moved to Vancouver in August 2011 with negative $10,000. And end of that year, I made another prop bet. I wanted to get Supernova Elite in 2.5 months playing PLO. And as Loctus says, I short stacked 25 cent, 50 cent PLO. I played, I think like 5, 6, 700,000 hands of 50 cent PLO or 25 cent, 50 cent PLO. To try to get VPPs. I just was not winning at there because it's very hard to beat the rake in 24 table and short stack. It was just all around, I'm not gonna fucking play short stack. It was a very, very unoptimal approach at the time, but I thought that was the only way I could get VPPs at the time. And then during the end of that month, I actually got a loan from a friend for $10,000. So I had $14,000 roll, and I started playing 2-4 PLO, and I needed to play 500,000 more VPPs in like a month and a week. So going in December, I needed 450,000 VPPs. Basically, if I started off December in a downswing, I would have been bust out, and I would have been actually working probably at Subway back home. But I started off the month up about 30, 40,000, and I sort of propelled that to the end of the month. I played 450,000 PLO hands, most hands I ever played in a month. I definitely played the most hands in a day at some point in time there too. I think it was 35,000 PLO hands in a day. And I ended up winning the prop bet, and I started off the next year. I stopped 24 tabling. I started playing high stakes. I started bum hunting. Game selecting. Not really bum hunting is hard. For the first 3 months, I made about $400,000 using my newfound strategy of not 24 tabling PLO. And then from some point in time, at some point in time, they took away poker table ratings, and I got really sad. And then I stopped bum hunting because I said, fuck it. And well, that's not 2 minutes. I'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. But no, let me finish it up there. I think they might be done with the match. I'll finish it up. Okay, I'll finish it. And so then during that time in Vancouver, I started doing drugs, and I started doing ecstasy, and I started going partying a little bit. I never partied before in my life, really. During that summer, I traveled to Europe. I had fun out there. I met a girl. We partied a lot in Spain. We partied a lot in Belgium. I came back to the United States. I went back to Canada. When I was back in Canada, I went on a big upswing and made $250,000 that month. I decided to celebrate. I started doing a lot of drugs. I started playing poker and a lot of drugs. I was mass tabling while in between drug sessions in the Fairmont Hotel there. I ended up losing $400,000 in the hotel there. I went to Australia. I kept losing. I think I lost about another $150,000 or so. And shit, man, I can't get this under 2 fucking minutes. I'm trying to talk fast. I'm trying to give the cliff notes on this version. I stayed in Australia. I stopped playing high stakes for the next 4 months. I came back home with not many thousands of dollars. and stayed in the USA for a bunch of months. Got myself refocused, stopped going to music festivals, met a girl, started dating her, started rebuilding my role, eventually started doing podcast, kept staying focused to poker, and podcast, that was 2 years ago, right? Started doing podcast, kept grinding them very hard. They become very popular. They're the best podcast in poker with the best guests, the most interesting, the most GTO. They're amazing. I watch them back sometimes and I fucking enjoy them. There's so much life, insight, getting to know all these poker players. I do a lot of PLO stuff as well. And is that it? Shit, man, that could be it. Now I play poker, PLO, mainly online, 5, 10, 10, 20, 25, 50. Bam! There it is, man. That's it. Okay, that's all I got. Locus, shut the fuck up. Let's do this last hand. Looks like that match is over. All right, Pav, that's it. That's the rundown. If you left, I'm going to be tilted as shit. All right, what hand are you talking about, brother? That's the rundown in 3 minutes or less. Marginal superiority over your opponent will always be the most important aspect of winning poker. What the fuck are you talking about? Wild Z says, the good years when people smack talked at everyone else on PTR page. God, I loved that so fucking much. I loved, on Poker Table Ratings, I used to love talking shit on there. That was so much fun. Me and Dunk Predator were just going after it. It was great. What kind of drugs did you use? I used ecstasy. Ecstasy and some other thing. Sean Tiger Scoujo, you're the fucking man. Love your podcast. Thank you, my young VBot friend. Thank you for getting paid to say that. I appreciate that. What the fuck are you talking about, Locus, bro? I don't know what you're talking about. So we got one table left. I think drugs are no, I'm just gonna say they're not for argument's sake. But it's not GTO to do a lot and then play on them. What's my bankroll now? My bankroll now is definitely bigger than a majority of poker players' bankroll, but also smaller than a small percentage of poker players. Strickland, when did I sub? Guess I really needed emotes. Thank you for subscribing, Poppy. What's my bankroll now? My bankroll is on a GTO trajectory for sure. Bazam. Ay. GTO haircut? I literally didn't do my hair. I literally woke up and this is what my fucking hair looked like. So, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up with KimaCon. You guys, what do you think we should keep going? All right, I'm gonna wrap up the YouTube part of this because I'm gonna turn it off. Guys on YouTube, if you watch this back, much love. And guys on Twitch, I'm gonna stay here. So that's it. Peace out, YouTube.